everybody. Welcome back to our Ask a Publishing Professional feature. Today we have Greenleaf's Business Development Coordinator, Eleanor Fishbourne, here to answer all the questions that you submitted over the past week about the submission process at Greenleaf. So let's get started. First, can you explain a general breakdown of the submission process at Greenleaf?
Yes, so at Greenleaf, the first thing that we have our authors do is submit a submission form. So that submission form really just allows us to ask a few key questions of the author. What are your goals for this book? What makes your book unique in your own words? And things like that. And then there's a place at the bottom of the form to attach a sample of their manuscript. And then from there, I actually receive those. Once they get submitted, they get sent in to me, and I do an in-depth review of each of the books that come in. And from there, I present it to our review team. And so we have a review meeting every week here of the books that have come into us over the past few weeks. And so I present the books that have come into the team, and our team consists of a few members of each of our departments here. So that's editorial, distribution, marketing, and they're all looking for different things. So they all take a look at the books, and if it's a good fit for us and we think that we're kind of the right publishing path for this book and this author, then our consultants will get in contact with you and kind of get the ball rolling in terms of to work together. And if we're maybe not the right fit for a book, because we know that there's a publishing route for every author, and we maybe aren't the right fit for everybody. If we're not the right fit, we'll still get back to you with some valuable feedback, so you'll hear from us either way.
Okay, great. So just going off that, what genre of books have a better chance of getting selected by Greenleaf, and do we prefer certain genre here?
Yeah, so I'd say we do specialize in non-fiction, business, and self-help books. But that being said, you can look on our website under our titles tab and see that we publish books in pretty much every genre. So I wouldn't say that we would turn away a book based just on genre. Some of the tougher genres for us are definitely children's books, because it's a very saturated market, and maybe poetry books. But again, we've published and had success in both of those genres before. So I'd say, there's no harm in submitting a book to us and getting our feedback.
Yeah, so again, it's just mainly, if we are a good fit for the author, and if the author is a good fit for us. Not specifically based on genre, but based on, the goals for their book and the goals that and where they want the book to go, and if it aligns with our process here at Greenleaf.
100%, yeah. We wouldn't turn a book away based on genre.
Yeah. All right, so what do you look for in potential submissions?
Yeah, so what we're looking for in a potential submission is basically just a solid idea that's original and compelling to read. And then we're looking for, what I'm looking for is a well filled out submission form. The more information that a submission comes in with, the better. So that's kind of the basics of that.
Yeah, so the main point of the submission form here is to introduce yourself to our team. Because like Eleanor says, she does an in-depth review, but the submission form is really an introduction to your idea and you as an author to our entire team. So when we're reviewing in that meeting, you want to provide as much information as possible so we can really get to know you on a more personal basis and understand your goals for the book. So be as specific as you can and be as descriptive as you can.
100%.
So what are the qualities that make an author and their submission a good fit for Greenleaf?
100%. So we are really looking for an author who's excited to publish their book and really excited about the process, because we're excited about the process, and it makes the whole thing a whole lot more fun to work on and easier to work on when an author is really pumped up about the process. We're also looking for, as I said, a solid, thought-out idea, an idea that we can really see some potential for a good book with. We're looking for, depending on the genre, an author who has solid credentials in their field. For example, if you're going to be writing a medical book, we're going to be looking for those medical credentials. I would say that we're also definitely looking for someone who's open to some direction, because we have a really brilliant group of people here that have a lot of expertise in the publishing realm, and we'll give you a little bit of direction, and someone who's open to that is going to be great to work with.
Right.
And then some things that come in that we like to see, for example, but aren't kind of deal breakers are, do you have a little bit of a platform? And are you engaged with your who your audience for your book is going to be? Do you have a little bit of a following online, and do you have maybe a website already? That's something that we really like to see, and it'll only help you. But at the end of the day, if it's not something that you have when you come in, we have the services to help you really build that. So it's not make or break, but that's just another thing that we do really like to see as well.
Just so for the people listening, can you explain platform a little bit more? Because that's a term we use in office that not everybody's super familiar with, I think.
Yeah, 100%. So what we mean by platform is, are you maybe a voice or a leader in your industry or within the field you want to write your book in? For example, we do a lot of business books. So do you are you a voice within your genre, your business genre, within your industry, in terms of, do you have maybe a Twitter following, or LinkedIn? You know, a lot of people connected with you or following you on LinkedIn is a really good one as well for business leaders. Do you have a website already where you are kind of connecting with and engaged within your community? That's something that we really look for. You know, are you maybe a well-known name within your industry? And that's kind of what we mean basically by a platform. And like I said, it's something that we can help you build as well.
Just piggybacking onto that, so platform can both be online and offline. So if you're consulting, do you have, you know, a lot of business in your consulting realm? Do you have a lot of clients? Do you have engaged clients who are, you know, looking to get more information from you? Are you speaking at events to where you can, you know, promote your book? How are you planning to promote your book? Are you going to different networking events or conferences or things like that? It doesn't all necessarily have to be online, but, you know, are you blogging? Blogging's a really good part of the platform. Writing credible articles to credible websites, speaking about your topic that you want to write your book on, and really kind of emphasizing your message to people is all a part of your platform. And like Eleanor said, that's not a deal breaker. You know, for some people, especially if they're writing on a very specific topic, you know, we like to look for a little bit of platform. You know, if you're in the medical field, like, are you well known for this topic? You know, have you done, you know, research on this? Do you have case studies on this kind of thing? But like she said, it's not a deal breaker, and we do have a really excellent platform team in-house. So for those authors that have, you know, a really great message and they have the credentials to speak on it, but they don't have as well known of a platform, we do have the services to accommodate that. So don't worry if you're an author who you have this great message and you have the wealth of experience and the expertise to speak on it, but you don't have that platform yet. You know, look at some things to start building your platform, but we definitely have those services to help you out as well. All right, moving on. Do you only accept full manuscripts?
So no, we will accept and review anything from basically a book idea, like in a proposal format, partial manuscript if you've written a little bit, or a full manuscript. We have the services here to help you really start from the beginning and create a book and write a book. But we also have the services to meet you wherever you're at within the process.
Okay, great. So can I submit a book proposal or a pitch? If so, what should it include?
Yeah, so a book proposal is an awesome thing to send in to us because it includes a lot of really good information. Within a book proposal, the kind of key elements that you want to have in there is the content, what's this book about, the market for the book, you know, who is your prospective audience, who would want to read this book, you know, what are the other books within this genre or within this realm that are out there, some competitive titles. It gives us a good idea for what your book may end up looking like. And then kind of beyond that, you know, again, the platform. Who are you? Why are you the best person to write this book? Like
so a bit of an author background.
Yeah. Give us some background. Do you write articles in this genre? Do you have a blog? Do you speak in this genre and things like that in this kind of field? That's also something that is great to include in a proposal. And I would say if you're kind of looking still to get more information on that, we have some really great articles on our website about what you should include in a proposal and what makes a great proposal.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're in more of the developmental process, we have a learning center on our website, which is greenleafbookgroup.com, that has a ton of really great informational articles on the book creation process, book marketing, book distribution, just basically everything that we do here to kind of get you familiarized with the process and really help you, start learning about the process and start learning about how to create your book, how to market your book. Of course, we have all the services to help, but it really doesn't hurt to, get familiarized with the idea of things.
Absolutely.
So, I have published a book and I'm looking to gain visibility. Do you accept already published books, and what are the options for previously published titles?
Yeah, so we absolutely we want to be able to help you 100%. There's a few different options for a book that's already been published. We do have a distribution-only service here, so we'll take books that have either been self-published or published by another press that maybe don't have traditional distribution, and we can distribute those for you and get you set up on online retailers and also in the big bookstores like Barnes & Noble and all the other traditional retail outlets. So that's something that we can possibly do for you. If the book maybe needs a little bit of a spruce, we can repackage a book and kind of fine-tune it and tune it up a little bit, and then we kind of put it out under our own imprint. And something else that we can do as well, if a book has maybe been out for a while, is help you create a second edition of that book. So that's expanding on the content a little bit and really kind of refreshing the book and then putting it out as a second edition.
We do also have a newer service for if you're looking for distribution and also looking for a little bit more discoverability on your book. We do have a digital media marketing service, which is a mix between marketing, PR, and online publicity. So it will really help your book kind of amplify its message a little bit, along with that distribution, to help gain a wider visibility, but really help bump that up a little bit. So, and just to piggyback off that, the submission process will be the same. So filling out that submission form, either with your previously published title, just give us a little bit more background, provide an ebook copy or an online copy that we can look at, and just really providing enough information for us to take it to review and really see what we can do to help.
Yeah.
So next question. All right. How long after I submit my book will I hear back from Greenleaf?
Yeah, so the general time frame that it takes to review and get back to you is about 2 to 4 weeks. We have a really high volume of submissions here at Greenleaf, and so it takes a little while to get through all of those and do an in-depth review of each one, but we will get back to you at least within 4 weeks.
And I just want to point out that nothing here is automated. Your review team is right here. So when you submit your book, we will be the ones looking at it. So just to have some familiar faces too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Putting through your book, because I know for some people, especially for some authors, writing a book, either it's on their bucket list or this is their first time doing it, and so they're really nervous to submit it to a house. They're really nervous about where it's going, blah, blah, blah. So just, to be familiarized with the team, this is the team that is actually reviewing the book, the first initial team, and then we're going to take it to our whole team for a secondary review. So nothing automated here, and we are the ones actually looking at it.
Yeah, it can be quite intimidating to send off your book through our online submission form sometimes. So again, if you want to shoot us an email to our contact email, which is just contact@greenleafbookgroup.com, we can schedule a time to chat with you. If you want to talk to Kessie or I, we'll chat with you, talk you through the process, and so that you really kind of feel that we have a connection here, and we're going to be looking after your book and kind of shepherding it through the process.
Yeah, if you want to get a little more familiarized or just have some more specific questions, just don't feel free to reach out, and just don't hesitate to ask us any questions through the contact box as well.
Absolutely.
So, number 9, who will be reviewing my submission? I kind of already answered that, so that would be us.
Yeah, us, and then the review team after that. So it's, like you said, very personal process.
Yeah, and everybody here at Greenleaf has over 250 combined years of publishing experience with advanced degrees. So your book is in very good hands here at Greenleaf. We are the leading hybrid book publisher, so you should feel very comfortable about submitting your book to us.
100%.
What is the next step after I submit my book?
So I would say, on our end, the next step after you submit your book is obviously to review it, and then from there, we'll get back to you with some feedback, and hopefully we'll get to work together and move you through the process of book creation from there. But on the author's end, I just say sit tight. We'll get back to you within a few weeks' time and kind of go from there. It's exciting.
And if you want to check in and see, where you are in the submission process, just send us an email through the contact box, or if you have the opportunity to speak with Eleanor or myself, you probably will have our personal work email. So just check in with us, just kind of see where you are in the process, and we'll let you know.
Absolutely, we're always here to help.
All right, so that wraps up this month's feature of Ask a Publishing Professional. Thank you, Eleanor, for coming on. So make sure to keep a lookout for next month's topic, and we will see you guys next time.